we need a stimulus to make sure that we think about something. And that stimulus could be anything. It could be uh, the temperature that we experience when we touch something. It could be the light that we experience when we look into the sky. It could be a paper that we read. It could be a conversation that we have. And looking at AI in isolation, of course, we have other factors. The last few years, we've all been working in isolation and talking with each other less. So we have less social stimulus as well. But all of these things are a stimulus, they're an informational stimulus that allow us to think, stimulate that thought process. And through that thought process, we, of course, take that information, we create knowledge, we maybe create new thoughts, we create structures, and we go and do productive things with that. It's not the only source because there's also the ability to solve problems. But if we start with the stimulus idea, now using AI models for most of what we do means we have a reduced quality of stimulus because we are asking a question to an agent and they're doing all of the thinking for us. They're producing the output and all we have to do is review it.
Yeah.
Now, in that chain, as long as we do review it, we're now reading as a stimulus, and that's okay. But as a pragmatist, I think how many people who are interacting with ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, Gemini, any of these models, and saying, produce me a report on X, give me a curriculum on Y. Do you really read it all? Because if you don't, then even that stimulus is gone.
Yeah.
So you have asked the question and it's produced the response and you've not read it and off you go. Now, in the old days, show my age a little bit, but in the old days, we used to study materials. We used to write out the materials and then summarize them and then summarize them again. You'd study for an exam. You'd go over it and over it until you understood it. You'd go and do some exam questions and you'd really try and figure out that you could apply whatever you had learned to whatever question they were going to ask. And nowadays, who does the summarizing? Nobody. Nobody's summarizing anything. We have an AI agent that does all of that. And the act of summarizing itself means that you are digesting some material, refactoring that material, and producing an output that is a cogent and coherent summary of that material. That act itself is gone completely. Nobody's doing that anymore. So if we take, nobody's doing the summarization, nobody's really, I'm not saying nobody, probably some people are, I do, but nobody's really engaging with the output. And if we're not engaging with the summary, we're not engaging with the source material, and we're not engaging with the output, then where is our stimulus?